If I'm not mistaken, nagkaroon kayo ng shoot for one of our biggest artists here in the Philippines, no?
Pantropico.
Yun.
So si Beanie had their music video there. Doon sila nagsumabog talaga with the Pantropico song, and it was done in Inflatable Island, Philippines. We lack experiences in the Philippines. Usually, you have to travel abroad pa. Ang goal talaga namin is halfway through the crawl, gumagapang ka na. Nangutang pa ako sa parents ng girlfriend ko.
If you refuse to answer it, you will take a shot.
Okay.
But if you answer it, I will take a shot.
Damn!
So we're just going
I'll try to answer
do 3 very basic, ewan kung basic para sa iyo to very basic questions. Hello everyone and welcome to Built Different, a leadership podcast where we strive to make ourselves better through the different stories that we share every week. And for this episode, we are here at the Fun Roof, Poblacion, Makati, and we're going to have a very interesting discussion with the brains behind a massive company that is focused on giving different experience to every attendees and every consumer. We have here the CEO of the Nexperience Group, which under the Nexperience Group kasi, there are a lot of companies. We have here Dessert Museum, we have here Inflatable Island, we have here kasama si Fun Roof, we have Pub Crawl, we have how do you pronounce it? Baker Bee. Bake Bee. Okay. And to give us, the story behind how everything, all of the companies come into play. Now we have here the CEO of Nexperience Group, Mr. Nico Ke. Thank you for joining us.
Of course. Glad to be here.
Yeah, palakpakan naman tayo dyan. Okay, so syempre, with a lot of companies that you have, it's very focused and experienced. But before we dive right in to each and every companies, can you tell us a bit of a background? Like, paano nabuhay itong konsepto na to?
The Nexperience Group, ang vision talaga niyan is we lack experiences in the Philippines. Usually, you have to travel abroad pa to get those experiences. So parang, why is no one trying it here in the Philippines? Clearly, it works. We all travel. We pay the plane to go there.
Yep.
Parang bakit natin hindi mabigay to our Filipino citizens?
Right.
So that's really where it started. It's giving a solution to a problem. Parang there should be more tourism in the country, given that we're the social media capital of the world.
Correct.
Tayo pa yung walang selfie places. So during that time, it was one of the first experiential available for the Filipinos.
Right. So with all of the companies na meron kayo ngayon, alin dito yung pinaka-nauna?
It would be Inflatable Island.
Inflatable Island.
Yes.
Okay. So paano kayo nag-come up dun sa concept na yun?
Well, this was, first of all, Philippines is a tropical country.
Yep.
Even compared to other beaches from across the globe, nothing can beat the Philippines. So that was very easy choice. If you want something Filipino branded, it has to be at the beach.
Right.
And doon namin nakita yung parang the beauty of Inflatable Island. It was actually supposed to be just a pop-up. Not a full-blown experience like that.
Okay.
It was supposed to last just a few months.
Okay.
But then, when we started selling the online tickets, 3D model lang. And then people actually started buying.
Okay.
To the point that before we even opened, parang, oh shit, I think we have to level it up. We were able to afford rent na for year-round. And then it grew to the largest playground.
When was this? Kailan nag-start talaga
This
ito?
was 2017.
2017.
So, 7 years ago, tama ba?
Mga 7 years ago. So, parang, okay, this is, anong location available for those na hindi nakakaalam kung saan?
It's over at Zambales. Subic.
Actually, ito yung nakikita mo, di ba? Kapag nasa taas ka, makikita mo na yun sa baba, no?
Bago ka bumaba doon sa mga sementeryo.
Yeah. Exactly. So, makikita mo. And if I'm not mistaken, nagkaroon kayo ng shoot for one of our biggest artists here in the Philippines, no?
Pantropico.
Yun.
So, si Beanie had their music video there. Doon sila nagsumabog talaga with the Pantropico song, and it was done in Inflatable Island, Philippines.
Perfect.
We're very proud of that.
Grabe, no? Ako personally, nakita ko ang Inflatable Island kasi you can see it talaga kapag nandun ka sa taas bago ka bumaba, no? And with this, kasi experience is somehow a very unique, business model. And sometimes the tricky part here is how you can consistently create new experiences for those na naka-attend na. For example, ako, di ba? Na-experience ko na yan. So how do you make it appetizing for people to go back doon sa company niyo? Let's say in general lang muna.
Yeah. As much as possible, we really try to change it every year. Kasi alam naman natin, these experientials, they're all, kumbaga, they fall under a category of fashion. If magsawa na yung tao, hindi na uso mga rainbow, you really have to keep changing it. So we try to partner with different like for Dessert Museum, we partner with different dessert brands. Parang una puro kami lang, so it's a general dessert. This time, Häagen-Dazs can come in. So these dessert brands can come in. So it becomes completely different every year. So those who comes, kasi malakas sa market namin usually are kids, students, mga gusto mag-share information, field trips. You can't go to a field trip with the same subject every time.
That's true.
So we're really forced, hindi naman forced, pero talagang we try to keep changing as much as we can.
Okay. Perfect. So, dito, kunyari, shift tayo dito sa Fun Roof, where we are right now. Kasi yung nightlife dito sa Makati, no, it's very different. You know, we have different places here in Metro Manila. We have BGC, Eastwood, Poblacion, everywhere, no. So, what's different? Paano kayo nag-come up dito sa konsepto na to? Kasi this is very lively, itong location na to, no? And you can see a lot of happenings dito. So, what made Fun Roof a go-to place for a lot of millennials, Gen Zs, na kahit saan sa social media, pag sinearch mo Fun Roof, nandoon agad siya, di ba? So, paano to?
Ang difference kasi, ang hindi naman rival, pero pinaka-comparison of Poblacion will always be BGC. Right. Because we're right beside each other.
Right.
Pero the big difference of Poblacion and BGC, I think the culture here is more alive. Alam natin sa BGC, parking expensive. Doon talaga, it's all about the VIP tables and the cabanas.
Right.
Diba? Looking down on the dancers. Here kasi in Poblacion, you never go to Poblacion and just go to one bar. You hop from one to the next. That's what Poblacion is known for. It's like hole-in-the-wall bars, big bars, super clubs. Pero lahat, kaya mong lakarin beside each other. So we wanted, parang kami, mas gusto namin yun. Kasi if you can build a community around the brand, I think that's gonna talk more to your customers.
Correct.
So what we did with the Fun Roof is, we tried to give them a small experience of Poblacion on a roof. Instead of jumping from one bar to the next, you're jumping from one game to the next.
Right.
And at the same time, if you get tired, you can come in and then you party hard on the indoor.
Right.
Kasi yun talaga, a lot of people, especially nowadays, they have ADHD. You can't just be drinking. You gotta be drinking and what?
Yes.
If I'm gonna wanna eat my meal, I wanna eat and what? So that's what we try to answer, especially here at the Fun Roof.
Right. Kasi kapag nandito ako sa Fun Roof, no, it's a very mix of feeling kasi. If you wanna go on a dance floor and party with people, strangers, meet everyone, you can go here inside. Yes. If you wanna take it a bit chill, there are arcade games outside. Pwede ka mag-golf, mini-golf, basketball, pwede ka, lahat pwede, no? So, it depends on the vibe, pero it's in a single location.
Yes.
Exactly, no? So,
Distraction City.
So, doon sa pagmamarket nyo, di ba? Kasi everyone is like fighting for attention na, dito kayo.
Correct,
paano ninyo minarket ang Fun Roof?
Actually, that's what we want to be. Even at first, I wouldn't say na Fun Roof was like strong all the way. There were times like especially in 2024, nag-stagnant din kami. The thing was, I think, the Fun Roof, we tried to be like all the other bars around us. It's all about how classy your cocktails is. Nawala yung essence of being Fun Roof. Parang we're not like the other bars. So now this year, we really want to focus on, teka lang, what do we have different? Bakit tayo buhay pa until now? And that's because we have something different. Which is Distraction City. You can play experiences. So now we're pivoting more onto selling that. And that's what we've been doing in the marketing. That's why it's going viral on TikTok. Right. So it can't always be drinks I think algorithm penalizes you if there's alcohol and stuff.
That's
true. Parang ang naging edge namin is, we got some wholesome games right here. On the background, alam mong may mga pumaparty hard.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you get your families here. Someone even go here doesn't drink. So it targets a more wide audience. And I think that really works for the Fun Roof kasi kilala rin si na-experience group for those, yung mga museums, mga beach. So parang na-balance namin. So I think that's one competitive edge the Fun Roof has over the other bars in the area.
So let me take a step back here, no? Paano nyo nahanap tong location na to?
Ooh. Our secretaries went door to door. We really wanted a rooftop. And this was like an abandoned rooftop lang. This was one of the oldest buildings here in Poblacion. The owner is 80 plus already. Talagang kinatok lang namin kasi we really wanted Fun Roof Because this was conceptualized during COVID. So diba people were looking for open air, mga ganyan.
Right.
So parang ready kami. Magka-COVID man ulit. We are one of those na hindi magsasara. Na people can still have fun.
Right.
Hence the fun roof. Originally, this was supposed to be in BGC.
Oh,
Before we discovered. Alam mo yung Home Depot?
Yeah.
Di ba malaki rooftop nila? Doon dapat.
Mas malaki yung area
Mas
yun.
malaki yung area na yun. Pero yun nga, doon namin nalaman yung iba pala yung culture ng poblasyon.
Right.
As in, the ikot ng tao. Kasi in BGC, if you go to a club, you have to stay there the whole night. You paid so much for it. Dito, on the business side of things, mas maganda kasi lumalabas sila, mapapalitan sila.
Yeah.
So, walang nagte-table camping.
Right.
So, on the business sense, it made more sense to be in poblasyon talaga.
Correct.
Opening a bar.
You mentioned, no, kasi there's a very big culture or community here where people jump from one place to another. Hence, jumping into the other kakavyat ng business ninyo, which is the pub crawl, no?
Yes.
Oo, so siguro very, especially sa mga bar goers talaga, no, sa mga party goers talaga, you're very much familiar with pub crawl, di ba? So you jump from different bars, taking shots from different bars bago ka makaabot sa dulo, gumagapang ka na talaga, kaya crawl ka doon. So doon sa konsepto ninyo ng pub crawl, like also, paano nyo na-integrate yun? Kasi, syempre, if you do the pub crawl, you also partner with different bars dito sa poblasyon. So, you're going from different places. Can you walk us through, especially doon sa mga interested, uy, ano yung pub crawl na yan sa poblasyon? Paano yung experience niya?
Okay. Kasi pub crawl, it's a collaborative experience. We don't want to be just the best bar in poblasyon. It's about, ang ganda, like I said, it's all about community here. It's about how do we bring the party goers to poblasyon to experience all the bars. We need to share it. Kumbaga, if hindi tayo vinivisit, if malakas si Fun Roof, malakas na all the other bars around it. So that's the main idea. Ang problem natin in poblasyon, ang daming ang bars. But which bars should I go to? Or I am a foreigner, I just came here, okay, I know ito yung community place. Pero anong bar yung pupuntahan ko dito to meet my Filipina ladies, mga AFAM hunters? So kailangan nila malaman yun. And apparently, wala pa talagang nag-volunteer. And that's not something you can do in BGC. Parking, magkakalayo yung bars, sa poblasyon mo lang siyang pwedeng gawin. So, doon nag-came up yung initiative. And this is a business actually started by JCI Brothers as well. So, parang ang concept namin here is, we all meet up here at the Fun Roof, you go to 7 to 8 different bars in one night. And each bar, you get a free drink. But on top of that, you have only shots also from our shot bros.
Okay.
So we have like 3 guys with backpacks, holsters for bottles, and unlimited. Like, inom pa lang ng inom. Ang goal talaga namin is halfway through the crawl, gumagapang ka na.
Okay.
So it's like a pure on poblasyon experience. So if you're new in the place, you're not part of the community yet, a pub crawl is your shortcut. You'll know which ones the hot bars are.
Okay.
Alam mo na how to move from one bar to the next. Ano yung mas malapit dito. So it's a good introductory experience.
And you go as a group.
You go as a group,
and then kapag it's time to move to a different bar, so it's up to you na yun kung gusto mo sumama.
Yes, if na-in love ka na sa isang bar, pwede na. Bayad ka na eh. They can go.
Exactly.
Pero the point is, we have a host, so there's games. Kasi alam naman natin, social media days, medyo torpe na talaga mga tao ngayon. They would be like, sa lahat, sa Tinder na, Facebook message, na wala na yung actual walking up to a person. So, ginagawa namin yung excuse na yon for these introverts to, kumbaga, makihalubilo with the different people in the tour.
Correct.
By doing games, we have a host na parang, oy, bagay sila.
Right.
So, parang pinupush mo sila, parang interact, socialize.
So, I remember you mentioned to me before na itong pub crawl experience kasi it starts very early, no? Parang around 7 p.m. So, parang very, contrary to popular, di ba? Na parang, pag magigimik ako, lalo na dito sa area na to, party starts at 1 a.m.
Correct.
Oo, pero bakit parang aga? Ano yung meron doon sa...
That's why our tagline is start early, finish strong.
Okay.
Gets kasi alam natin, everyone has work. Life is harder now than it was 10 years ago. So you can't be up ng 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and then may pasok ko pa ng Saturday. So we want to, yung mga mag-aaral na kids, meron sila mga sporting events. It's wildly popular na rin abroad, na even after lunch, parang merienda pa lang, umiinom na sila para at least by dinner, makaka-uwi ka na. Go home to your family, get to enjoy it. And also for the younger ones, makapag-aaral pa sila.
Right.
Pero ang talagang na-solve nun is, we don't want to step on the toes of the other bars. Imagine mo if you're a bar owner in poblasyon. Pupunuin namin yung bar mo ng 70 people at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a big treat? Kasi usually, as a bar owner, Fun Roof,
that's true.
1 a.m., 12 midnight pa talaga nagdadatingan yung mga tao.
That's true.
So you're paying all of your employees, open all of your electricity, expecting the small trickle para mag-start yung 12 a.m. rush.
That's true.
But with the pub crawl, imagine mo, by the time na before midnight, darating yung mga tao, ito na may mga lasing na, ready to spend, ready to impress. Right. So we're solving also one big problem for not just Fun Roof, but all the other bars in the area.
Question, sino pinakamalaki yung market? Anong demographic ang pinakamalaki yung market?
Gen Zs pa rin, especially on the weekends.
Okay.
Pero weekdays lately, it's been foreigners. Malakas na yung spending power nila. Gen Z might be a lot. Pero hindi sila kasing lakas gumastos. Kumbaga uso dyan yung sharing. Malakas tayo sa foreigners on the weekdays. Probably because P. Burgos is across the street.
Right.
So medyo heavy talaga sila when it comes to that market.
Yeah.
And it trickles down naman here in the Poblacion area.
So dito, how long has it been running na itong pub crawl na to? Kasi nakikita na siya even sa TikTok, guys. You can check it, the pub crawl page. Makikita niyo talaga yung experience na binibigay nung mismong event, or I'm not sure how you want to call it, but the tour yan. Yung tour ng pub crawl, no. So parang how does it evolve since the time that you conceptualize this?
Basically now we're trying to get a DOT accreditation.
Okay.
Para if meron tayong mga ambassadors coming to the country, parang that's a good where else to start if you want the Filipino experience, but at the streets. And I think that's what Pub Crawl has to offer. And like I said, you can't do it in any other city here in Metro Manila. Talagang Poblacion lang yan. So that's where we want it to go to now. Ngayon talaga, it's really just the tours, partnering with the bars. If you're a new bar, kailangan natin singitan from the headliners, kailangan magsingit ka rin ng mga new. Because like I said, this is not Fun Roof Pub Crawl is an entity of its own. And it's really about bringing together the different parts of the community.
Right.
I mean, may mga sumusunod pa dyan na fishball cart. Unlimited yun together with your shots.
Kasama yun sa pagbibili nila ng experience.
Binabayaran mo ng experience.
Okay.
So, educational din siya. So, ito yung street foods namin, may turon, no?
Interesting. Kasi, dito, especially ako, especially sa age bracket ko ngayon, medyo selective ako sa mga pinupuntahan ko.
Yeah.
Selective tayo sa mga pinupuntahan natin, di ba? So, it's also good na parang nakita mo na even on a weekday, you can have so much fun that is also equivalent on a weekend experience.
Correct.
Oo. So, now, let me touch on the business side naman. Okay. So, let's, talking about Fun Roof, can you give us like a ballpark figure how magkano ininvest nyo dito sa buong buong place na to, itong buong rooftop?
Damn. Hard question. Pero shockingly, like I did not expect na we would spend that much. Parang usually kasi we're in the family-friendly side of the industry. Museums, beach resort, pang family, mga day, pang araw. It's our first time to touch into the adult side. So, it's our first rin na talagang very focused on the F&B, which is the bar and the kitchen. Hindi ko in-expect na ganun pala kamahal. Kailangan mo pala mag-store ng this much alcohol, na ang mamahal pala per bottle. So, medyo na-bill shock kami. Pero, still, it's a learning experience. Pero it gets pretty pricey, especially if you're in a very old building. Like, mga old pipings nila, sa'yo sisisihin. Kasi diba,
right.
Nung wala naman kayo, maayos pa lahat ng pipes natin. So,
that's true.
It really, nag-balloon talaga siya. Ballpark figure, nasa yung gastos.
Guys, narinig niyo yun. Just for ano.
Okay lang ba i-include yan? Baka dapat huwag.
Ewan ko, pwede na ba?
Bleep it para fun.
Bleep it na lang natin.
Yeah.
Ganun na lang. So,
pero wild, no?
Pero wild.
Unexpected. Like, I was expecting half of that. But because of like the appliances, the amount of stocks, storage for mga perishable stuff.
Okay.
Unexpected.
Interesting. Kasi probably may mga audience tayo na nagtatanong, no? Like, how lucrative is the bar business ba talaga? Like, kasi syempre, especially dun sa mga hindi masyado familiar with the business model of a bar, na sometimes people just go here, table, order na isang boteng beer, tapos tatambay na isang boteng alak, vodka, tequila, whatever, tapos tatambay yan buong magabi. So parang just to inspire those na, okay, I want to explore the bar business. Like, how is it? Like, how big is the demand? How big is the market? How is the cash flow?
All right. Honesty time, I wouldn't recommend it. If you're just gonna plan to start a bar, kasi you gotta do it because you're passionate to do it. Kumbaga, you want to make it your house. Because F&B in general is so saturated. Parang if wala kang edge, ang hirap. Even me, na with this, hindi rin siya ganun kadali. Parang it's like, fudge, it's not as big as you'd want it to be. Yes, it can be fun. It's good for wining and dining your clients, your network. But at the end of the day, when it comes to profit, parang matrabaho to really get it. You have to stay relevant all the time. You keep up with the times. Ako, brother, tumatanda na ako. I have a baby now. So parang like, hindi siya ganun kadali. Parang, oh shucks, nakakapagod to once you start. When you start zooming out, parang it's hard to stay on top.
Right.
If you run a bar. So, you have to be, kumbaga, ang advice ko is you have to be very ready for it and don't expect na mababawi mo siya kaagad. Because like, ang daming hidden charges, the damages and everything. It's something na we're very new to. Imagine mo, drunken adults are like babies. So you have to fix every corner as in every little thing.
Right.
So medyo matrabaho siya. So not unless you want to be there 110%. Na you want to be, parang my persona is my bar. Parang I wouldn't get into it. Pero if it's something that you're passionate with, na parang I can do this every day. This is how I can grow my brand. Then yun, okay siya.
Okay. Kasi, syempre, you have your own team who also helps with the operation side, also on the experience side, marketing and everything. So, paano nag-work yung team mo to make sure that you guys are on top of everything, di ba, na nangyari dito sa area ninyo?
Ang maganda doon is we have a very young pool of employees. So, kumbaga, kung hindi kami update sa TikTok, at least, these kids are. Ang advantage ni Funroof dyan over the others is, our marketing is very vast. Since we do have sila Dessert Museum, sila Bakebee, so parang nasasabay-sabayan nila. So, while they're doing the trends, ang other bars kasi, baka ang marketing nila is just for the bar. There's not much to take photos of at the very dark place. It can be very repetitive. So at least, ang ginagawa namin, sinasabay namin sa trends with yung mga employees lang having fun. We try to touch those like what we do with the other businesses. And then they also apply it here. Kumbaga as a list na yan. Parang once a day per brand, they should have. So doon kami nakakatipid rin. Kasi we share the marketing team with the other brands.
Right. So, you as the owner, kasi you're handling how many companies? Ilan to in total? Nakasama pa ba dito yung lahat? Or may hindi pa kasama dito?
Popcrawl and Funroof. So, 6.
Oh, 6. How do you manage it? Like, what does your day look like?
Time management lang talaga. Right now, I'm 100% focused on Funroof. Pero may other partners, my wife, siya sa Bakebee, si Tasha nasa Gutopia, sa Inflatable City. Kumbaga, it's really about the partners you have rin na parang, nakatuko ka ngayon sa Funroof. So, for the first quarter, that's me. And then we keep jumping. Parang kumbaga, refreshing rin siya every time.
Right.
So, it's really about, kasi before this, we tried din na parang i-handle lahat sabay-sabay.
Okay.
But it comes to a point na you will get overwhelmed.
Okay.
So parang you really, as much as parang ang saya sana doing all of that, iba pa rin yung may focus work. And I think that's what we're trying to do. So ngayon ako, night shift ako. It was Funroof.
Yeah.
Tapos yung wife ko during the day. So eventually, siguro by April, mag-switch na kami, change brands. Pero it's really just focus work so you don't get overwhelmed. I still have time with my family, which is most important.
Since everything is about experience, what's your most memorable experience na dito sa duration ng company mo?
For me, it's the fundraising part. That's really one thing I enjoy. I enjoy venture building. Pero it's about selling the ideas And then, kung wala pa siya, parang it's just imagination mo pa lang siya and you're selling it and people are willing to put money on it. Dun talaga yung pinaka most thrilling part for me. Parang ngayon lang talaga ako naging very hands-on when it comes to operations. Aside from the fundraising. Pero if papapilian ako, mas prefer ko pa rin magbenta.
Magbenta talaga. Galing ka ba sa sales background or No. So, what's your background?
Really, I enjoy. Before I was in experiential, I worked at the bank.
Oh, wow.
I was stuck in a cubicle. I
Parehas
hated
tayo.
my job, bro. Kung hindi ako tayo ako ng tayo eh. So, balik yung boss ko, parang lagi nasa CR si Nico. But I really didn't survive. I had to keep changing jobs. But before that, I was in advertising. Pero parang buhay ahensya really takes...
That's true.
Oh my God.
That is true.
Takes the youth away.
Oo.
That's why I had to go to a bit traditional. Pero
Yeah.
wala, hindi ako ma-accept ng traditional.
Okay.
I was suggesting too many things.
Okay.
So when that didn't work out, doon ako nag-start sa entrepreneurship.
Sa entrepreneurship.
Even my parents, they didn't really get the support at first. Kumbaga, nangutang pa ako sa parents ng girlfriend ko.
Wow.
I remember in Fatable Island, they were saying, maglalagay ka ng plastic sa dagat. Parang hindi ka, that's not gonna work.
Okay.
So I had to go through all those challenges din naman to get to.
Interesting.
Kaya ako naging magaling rin sa selling. Kasi kumbaga, I started with nothing. I didn't have the support, even from my parents. So whenever I have to defend an idea, lalo na if it's something wacky, like, I have to pull the extra stops.
Right.
And I think, since na-develop ko yun, doon rin ako nag-enjoy. Na parang, oh shit, if I can make them support me, well, what more the others?
So, you mentioned, no, kasi it's interesting, especially for those people who are thinking of doing fundraising or raising capital for the idea pa lang. Hindi pa siya business.
Yes.
Diba? Kasi, syempre, if you have a very wild idea and you have a very limited financial capacity, what are your tips kapag ganyan? Kasi mukhang you're able to acquire a significant amount to jumpstart everything eh. So, ano yung advice mo? Like, if there's 3 steps na dapat nila i-consider.
For me, if you're gonna sell something, try to be something na very fresh pa siya. You have to be first to market. Because parang, I think investors like that, na parang, oy, malakas yung chance ko chumamba dito if I touch it. Second is, of course, you try to be transparent with your projections and you be honest na parang this is a business. Parang hindi to guaranteed na mababalik pero you should know what you're getting into. Pero this is our vision, this is our plan, and show that you're really passionate with the goals and you have something to compare it to. The thing with experientials kasi, lalo na if it's a unique concept, they can't compare it to anyone else. And I think that's one good tool to use para mapa-invest sila sa'yo. Because like I said, yun nga parang the chance of chamba is high. So parang, you're more viable. Parang,
correct.
If I go for traditional, alam ko na, to si gas station, X number of years yan. Because that's the usual trend. Pero I think a lot of people, even investors now, are very bored. I mean, people are. I mean, with the internet, social media, all the information is there. Pero if they see something different, na parang, I see passion in this, this might change or disrupt the system, I think mas gaganahan sila eh. So if you bank on that, na parang you put them first, na parang ang vision naman namin is to give it all back to you.
Right.
Even before us. Parang you just make them feel comfortable in handling your money. So you have to be trustworthy rin na parang, I know what to do with it. It's this.
Yeah, exactly. So basically what you're saying is, number 1, you have to believe dun sa gagawin mo, diba? But before you even convince yung investors to believe in what you want to do, either it's a product or service, you yourself have to believe. And then next is backing it up with solid numbers.
Correct.
Diba? Whether that's going to be on the projection, it's going to be on the go-to-market strategy, how big is the market,
and be very honest about it.
And be very honest.
Be very honest.
Totoo yun. Kasi at the end of the day, kahit sabihin mong malusot mo siya, diba? Magkakaroon pa rin ng problem or conflict na, this is, ang layo natin doon sa projection natin. And syempre yung founders, diba? It's the team behind. It's the team behind the experience. So, ang dami pa pang business na actually personally I want to touch on to. So, maybe we can jump to Dessert Museum.
Okay.
Diba? So, for Dessert Museum naman, like, ano ang binibigay nyo namang experience for this?
In Dessert Museum, it's 7 rooms na dessert theme. So, every room you go into, you get a free dessert. And there's ito kasi accredited na siya for the field trip. So, it's very educational. You'll know who is the father of desserts, who invented the donuts.
So kids go there?
That's what it's called. Yeah. Kids,
okay.
We're very strong on field trips, especially.
Okay, perfect. So, ano to? Yung primary market nyo are schools?
Not really, kasi on top of that, as much as it is educational, it's still an Instagrammable place. So mostly pa rin mga influencers. Si Beanie nag-shoot na rin ng music video doon.
Okay,
So
interesting.
it's really the social media aspect. Alam mo naman tayong mga Filipinos, selfie, you gotta post it. So we're giving them an avenue to do that.
So parang pag pumunta sila doon, i-expect nila, syempre it's the aesthetic of the location.
Yes.
And then, can I do desserts also? Paano ba ang ano?
You get free desserts.
You
and
get free-
it's all dessert themed.
Dessert theme na museum siya.
So, parang ang ano yan, it's like entering a new world at every room. So you start off by sliding down the donut room. So mag-slide ka to enter. And then there's like a small door of like squeezed marshmallows. So you're gonna squeeze in and it's completely new inside.
Paano
Kasi
nagsimula?
magkakaiba pa yung contractors for each. Para
Really?
hindi siya magmukhang
Parehas.
pare-parehas. That's what we
Got
want.
it.
Different worlds in every room. And it's
Paano-
all dessert themed.
Paano nyo naisip itong konsepto na to? Like, I'm looking at this pull-up banner, no? Like, each and every company has a very unique experience na parang hindi mo maisipin na isa lang yung may-ari nito eh. It's a very unique, wala siyang pattern, kumbaga. Oh, so, which is very good, no? Kasi you're giving a very different look, feel, and something that people will crave to go to. So, doon sa Dessert Museum, like, ano to? Nakita nyo ba sa ibang bansa to? Like, may naging inspiration ba kayo?
Yes,
Paano siya?
actually, we've been seeing establishments like that. Nauna sa amin si Museum of Ice Cream. To
Okay.
be honest. So parang, we even had a cease and desist letter from Museum of Ice Cream when we came out.
Wow.
Pero parang doon kami natuto about the legal side of running experiential since you do touch a lot of different IPs. Anyone can say, nauna kami sa ganyan, nauna kami sa ganyan. Pero at the end of the day, wala naman kaming ice cream room. Then, pero, kumbaga, that's one of the things we travel for talaga eh.
Right.
Try to look for those experiences abroad.
That's true.
How do we give it a Filipino twist? Make it 10 times larger? So, I would say most of those are inspired. At the end of the day, it's about, I mean, ikaw mismo, brother. What would you want to do for fun? I think it boils down to that. Like I said, everyone is just bored. What's gonna unbore you? What's a fun activity to do
Yeah.
when you're on a date, when you're with your parents? So we try to answer those. That's why there is no real pattern, no real specialty. It's about the activities, the memories you want to build.
Yeah, that's true. Kasi so, especially for Gen Zs, no? It's
Yes.
very, yung culture ng Gen Zs, and even for millennials, there's still a decent amount of number of millennials na, oy, nakita ko to, let me share it to you.
Yes.
Oh, kailan natin gagawin yan? Kailan tayo pupunta dyan? It's just nearby, ganyan, di ba? So, ito, siguro probably last question before we go to
Go
the
ahead,
JCI Manila question, no?
Go.
How do you balance profitability and experience? Because it's not always,
Yes,
it
that's
doesn't
true.
always marry dun sa dalawang
Correct.
konsepto na yun. Pwede ang ganda na experience mo, pero parang in other terms, tubong lugaw yun.
Correct, correct.
Oh, so how do you balance that?
Profit first. I don't balance it.
Really? Okay, sige. Expound on that.
for
Pero
me-
that's true. If that's the answer, like you really have to stay in the business.
Yeah, hindi, kasi for us, it's about, ayoko siya maging parang quick experience. I don't want it to last just 3 years. I want it all to last 10 years above.
Yeah.
So sustainability is very important. Parang we can't, kumbaga there's so many experience already eh. And it's really gonna be hard to beat, lalo na there's more competitors now. So for us talaga, it has to be, what would I pay for to experience? So those are the games. Parang for me, parang hindi talaga siya pwedeng pure experience lang. What I would do, like for example, this year in Fun Roof, we're welcoming alcohol brands. So if you notice now, bro, there's no San Miguel, no any other alcohol brand. So we wanted to be us first. Pero that's because we want them to be a bit desperate to get inside the
Right.
Fun Roof.
Right.
So now that, okay, naluma na itong mga pinatayo natin, lahat yan, papasponsor ka na sa alcohol brand. So pag-uunahan sila. So
Right.
that's where I get to save, give them a great experience, and at the same time, I'm still profiting first.
Right.
So parang
That's-
it's more, that's where the strategy comes in.
Yeah.
After you launch it, it's about how do I make it last 10 years, 20 years.
That's why kaya dito may mga renovation kayo kasi
Yes.
brands, alcohol brands are already
Alcohol
putting
brands.
their
So ngayon,
their
it's
games.
Crazy Golf. Or
Yes.
It's going to be Jägermeister Golf na.
Yeah.
Kumbaga, it's completely brand new. So all the games will be brand new. Tapos wala akong ginagastos for that.
Yeah, kasi dyan pala sa ina-explain mo, what I can see there, kasi for example, what you were mentioning kanina when we're having a discussion off camera, no, na parang the idea is to partner with brands and then they're going to parang they're going to have a separate locations and then you charge per game.
I charge per
'Di ba? So parang it's something na hindi mo maiisip in a conventional mindset. Like yung parang okay, by the book ka, no? Kasi
Correct,
mukhang talagang hinanapan mo na para you really went to the rabbit hole of looking for the right mix of partnership, profit, and at the same time making sure you don't disappoint the people.
Correct.
'Di ba?
Kasi parang that's what we notice in the Barcelona, masyado ng kumbaya itong mga alcohol brands. Like, ay, kay San Miguel na yan. So, hindi na pwede ganyan si X brand. So, when I started talking to the alcohol brands for partnership, that was the first thing. Parang walang lock-in.
Right.
Like, even yung competitor mo nandito. Kasi I want to build like a war zone. Baga pagandahan kayo ng game. Because that's social media content for them. Mahaba ng pila sa Jose Cuervo versus si Bacardi, for example. So parang for them, you get to compete. I'm gonna put up a shot counter beside the leaderboard. So ilang shots na napamigay ni Cuervo, ni Jaeger. So ako, if dumating si Cuervo, kunyari to shoot or like, just, check out their investment.
Right.
Bigla, uy, tangin na, third place kami. So dahil papashot sila. So that helps the experience. And hindi ako gumagastos doon.
Right.
So parang for me, it's again, strategy making. How do we make Funroof brand new without breaking bank? So that's really what we try to make it extend.
Actually, probably my takeaway here is regardless of your business, you really have to be crazy enough to think of an idea talaga. It's regardless kung ano whether it's a bar, whether one of this 6 businesses na meron ka, and whether you're in product e-commerce, no. I think the thing that will make you on top of your game is really being crazy to
being weird.
Be weird.
The term na nga they used to call it, I think that's what they call it. We're in an attention economy.
Yep.
You need to grab the attention because miski mas maganda yung product mo, mas high class yan. If you don't have the attention,
that's true.
You will never get the traction. Because everyone's like, they're online and everything. So you really have to invest a bit extra on that. That's why usually in most companies, sales will always be higher than the marketing department. In the experience group, baliktad yan. It's the marketing group that's really bringing in all of the customers because it's all about the vibes.
Correct. I completely agree with that. Now, jumping into the JCI Manila question, no, kasi you and I, part of JCI Manila, and also with most of the episodes na ni-release namin. Now, can you put some light on doon sa experience mo naman as a JCI Manila member? Para paano ka natulungan in your professional and personal
Sobrang laki. Like, I think majority of our suppliers are the JCI bros. They give me better discounts. Some of my investors are from JCI. Some of the companies we've built are mga JCI partnerships. For example, si Popcrawl, we have Bayani Chain, kasama ko dyan sila Paul Soliman, si ABG, Alex. So, ang dami ko rin. Kumbaga, and that all happened within 1 year, ha? During my first year pa lang of JCI. So for me, the connections really opened up so many opportunities for my personal brands as well. The alcohol brands or suppliers, JCI rin yung mga yan eh. So parang ang ganda kasi I get to share my network to them and their network to me. Talaga it's a compounding experience in JCI. Kumbaga, if ito yung nagagawa ko before, just because of JCI, and ang saya rin to be in JCI, it really affected our sales.
Actually, it's good, no? Kasi we all have this fair share of experience. And JCI Manila has a very good balance of being professional because we have a very good network.
That's true.
That's true. Come on, household names, like whatever household names, it's probably a JCI Manila member.
Someone there is connected to JCI.
Someone, if
or
not directly.
Hindi man owner. Diba?
Yes, always. Really medyo, doon mo makikita na, ganito pala yung group ninyo. No? And at the same time, it's a balance of professionalism and fun. Like, everyone knows how to have fun then as well, diba?
So, make it worthwhile for you.
Yes, it makes sense doon sa ba't natin ginagawa yung mga projects, di ba?
Naging mas masaya, more reason to do it kasi nag-enjoy ka rin eh.
That's true.
Very important.
That's true. Like, if there's one thing also that you would recommend for young entrepreneurs na, alam mo yun, how big is it na in terms of impact yung isang network talaga in a certain group? Like, paano makakatulong to sa akin? Kasi sometimes, diba, kapag maganda yung idea mo, I can do it by myself. Diba?
Yes.
I can always find someone. But how, in your story, how is it important yung network na nakuha mo from JCI, yung learnings na nakuha mo from the projects you did also.
Yes.
Paano yun?
Kasi I learned a lot, especially when it comes to organizing. Most of my advisors now, magtatanong ako, like for example, a bar, it's our first time, like I said, na nasa adult, parang adult experience. Ang natawagan ko yan, sila Art Cantor, sila Bourbon Boys. So, ang dami ko na pagtatanungan.
Right.
Kumbaga, I don't have to enter businesses blind. Because there is always someone there
That's true.
who's done it better, who is much larger.
Right.
So ikaw parang, wow, you can really just respect the platform that they provide for you. Na parang, oh shit, now I can really start. Because here's, kumbaga lahat yan mentors in the making. You can choose one or the whole chapter can be your mentor in itself.
That's true.
So talagang very big. And like I said, I wouldn't have built all the other newer companies now if it wasn't for the JCI brothers. Kasi sila rin eh. You know na parang, oy, ka-vibes ko si ganyan. I'm sure they'd be okay to like start a business, this and that. Kasi for me, it's so hard to do solopreneurship. It's so hard.
That's true.
At least if you have your partners kasi, may kaakibat ka when it comes to the problems also eh. O meron tayong bumabagsak, at least may kahati ka.
Yep.
And I think it's very important to choose who your partners are. And what better than choosing a brother?
Yeah.
And iba-ibang
That's
JCI, walang napapahiya sa JCI.
Yeah, actually.
And that's what I really love. Parang malugi na, pero our brand, our names, it will not be tarnished.
That's true.
That's one thing I super admire about JCI. Hindi talaga yan transactional lang. Meron talagang brotherhood na you can find na if you have a problem, if you are celebrating, they're gonna be there on both times.
Okay. Actually, very true yun. Very true yun. So we can attest naman no, sa years of experience natin sa JCI. So, with that, I hope may mga natutunan kayo. But hindi pa tayo tapos ngayon because we're going to play a very short game when we get back.
We have a game?
Yes!
Damn, okay, all right. Nice experience.
It's been amazing having you. Take what you've learned today and make it count.
The Built Different podcast would like to thank Henry's Cameras, Power Mac, Hollyland, Ugreen Philippines, Kappa Cabina, Surge Digital Media, Madcap Productions, Days Media Group, Jazz Up Communications.
All right, so we are back now. We're going to play a very simple game, yet very interesting game also. So we're going to play Spill or Shots. So the mechanics is very simple. I will ask you 3 questions. Okay, so we have here vodkas. So lahat yan vodka.
I'm too old for this, man.
So, kaya mo yun.
Let's go.
Kaya mo yun. Now, the game goes like this. So I'll ask you a question.
Okay.
If you refuse to answer it, you will take a shot.
Okay.
But if you answer it, I will take a shot.
Damn!
So we're just going
I'll try to
to
answer
do 3 very basic. Ewan ko kung basic para sa iyo to ha. Very basic questions.
Okay,
so, starting off with medyo medium level na tayo. Question is, what's the worst customer complaint you've ever received and was it actually true?
Okay, game. I will answer it.
Okay.
You look thirsty, my brother.
Okay, sige.
In Inflatable Island, nag-trending kami last Holy Week. Kay Momshi or something. Or was it her? Basta nag-trending siya nung Holy Week last year. Kasi binigyan daw sila ng crispy pata na puro buto-buto lang. So, nag-viral siya. She took photos of the crispy pata na tinake out, na ganyan. And then when I checked the CCTV, it was a full-on crispy pata. Pero of course, nag-viral na. It's too late. Of course, we were doing better now. More CCTV sa katutok.
Okay.
Pero it was a false claim.
Interesting. So, nag-viral yun.
Viral, bro. Tinamahan kami. We had to offer so many refunds during that.
Wow. Grabe yun, ha? Okay, shot tayo.
Thank you. Yes.
Try natin walang reaction, no?
Good luck. Good luck, my man.
Okay.
Sasagutin ko na lang lahat.
Next question. Okay. What's the most insane thing a drunk customer has done at the Fun Roof?
Damn. Baka mapashata na to, ha? It might be bad for the brand. Ko eh.
I mean, you can take the shot.
Wait. Let me think of I will take the shot, brother. Cheers. This for you.
Cheers tayo
Thank you
dyan.
for
Cheers
inviting me to
tayo.
your podcast. Last na
Instead
to.
of 3 questions, gawin kong 5 na yung questions natin.
Bro, naman. Okay, let's go.
All good.
Pare, too much. Taas naman ito.
Sino naglagay nito mga shots na to? Okay. Next. What's the biggest lie you've ever told to a customer? You have to take the shot.
No,
You have to
shit.
take the
Dude,
shot.
ano ba yan? Ano ba yan?
You have to take the shot. I mean, if you want to be honest.
Hindi na. Tayo na yung
Oh,
shot.
like, oh.
Jasper, ikaw to, ano? Ikaw nag-set na mga shot. Nakita kita eh.
Oh, sige.
Bro naman.
Okay. Well, meron pa sakto 3.
Bro, yan.
Ubusin natin yan.
Pinipilian mo yan. Dami mong
Hindi. Medyo,
Pinipili mo yung sure na hindi ko pwede sabihin.
What's the most
Palagay.
embarrassing thing you've done at your own bar while drunk?
Papagalitan ako ng asawa ko niyan eh.
Lang yan.
Okay. Dude, shot. Last. Tapusin na natin ng podcast na to. Huwag na 5, pare. Please be.
Okay, sige. Last 2 questions. Last 2 questions.
Let's stick to 3.
If you had to expose one dirty little secret about the nightlife industry, what would it be?
Damn.
Can be anything.
Baka mag-trending ako na to, bro. Sino itong nagsasabi ng mga ganyan?
I mean, pwedeng generic lang naman. Everyone knows naman. Like, you know, people do some stuff during.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ayoko na. The red light district, nagsispill na siya all over Poblacion. Bro, kasi may mga goons type na. So, I don't know what's gonna happen, pero that started like late last year lang.
Kaso, sagot niya eh.
Of course, I wanted juicy pa rin for your viewers.
Buti na lang kakainom. Kainom ko lang kagabi.
Ay, no, may
Okay.
araw pa. May araw pa, brother.
Yun, sarap. Okay. Siguro, one last.
Game.
What's the most, I'll change the word. What's the most interesting thing you've seen happen sa the Fun Roof?
Bro. Customers making out with their employees.
What?
I've seen it, bro. Bro.
Sino dyan?
It happens.
Sino dyan?
We're having too much fun on the roof. Minsan
Wow.
talaga May mga inaalay. And I think that's what makes them happy. Makes them enjoy also. Pero for me, that's very interesting na parang, wow, one of the new perks. You can tell your...
Kasama sa employee
future
benefits
employees.
natin dito yun.
So, diskarte mo na yan. Wala kaming pake sa personal stuff nyo. So, if you enjoy, you enjoy.
Job offer, willing to make out with customers.
It happens. Bro,
Pero,
pilihan nyo na lang.
what's done is done.
What's
Okay.
done is done.
What's done is done.
So,
But
I hope
brother,
you enjoy.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Dadayain pa ako ng host nyo, ha?
Cheers.
Cheers. Yes.
Okay, brother. Thank you so
for the
much.
time. Thank you for the time. Thank you,
And
guys.
everyone, thank you for listening to this episode. I hope you learned a lot, about the things that we have discussed.
Yes.
And with that, we will see you on the next episode of the Built Different podcast. Thank you, everyone.
For Built Different Podcast, we'd like to thank Henry's Cameras, Power Mac, Hollyland, Ugreen Philippines, Kappa Cabina, Surge Digital Media, Madcap Productions, Days Media Group, Jazz Up Communications,